Oh, yeah.
No one slept because they found cockroaches in their room. And then the night watchman said there's nothing they can do about it. So they, why don't you let them tell you the story, because these guys are even more tired than me.
Jez was sitting there and a cockroach was right behind his head and he jumped off the bed so fast. He was getting really scared. He was saying that he said we should torture it.
You wanted to torture the cockroaches, Jez?
Yeah.
And then we managed to catch one and show it to the guy on the front desk, and he wouldn't even go near it. And told us how he can't do nothing about it until the morning because they've got no more rooms. And then he said to us we couldn't stand in the foyer, so we went to sleep on the stairs, and then he said, alright then, we've got one room.
After the traumatic night, Ross decided to spruce himself up a little.
Look at that, dude. Woo-wee. Whoa. Man, I was just trying to give you a little hat tap and I start flying off and stuff. Jeez. You see that noise? Homeboy is slick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling you Slick, alright, Slick?
Yeah, it's still good.
With a serious lack of sleep, I felt the Groms could do with a little cheering up. Luckily for me, I had just the ticket.
Hey, dudes. I got us some tickets to the Tony Hawk World Skate Masters this afternoon for 5 o'clock.
Really?
Check out, Rune Glifberg, Danny Way, Bucky Lasik.
Blimey.
So there you go, there's your ticket. Ross, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
And hopefully we're gonna get backstage and meet the man, Tony Hawk himself. I'm trying my best. We're gonna meet Tony Hawk. Come on, it didn't work. I'm gonna catch you.
Stoked. Well, that worked, and the little dudes were happy again. To kill time, I took them to my favorite skate park, Stockwell in South London. Here we hooked up with local skater Foz. Like Dan Cates, Foz has a unique approach to skateboarding.
This park lends itself to old people like me who just think it's funny to come down here and do tricks that nobody wants to see. Like everyone who comes and skates here, they don't care if they can do 360 flips or hard flips or crooked grinds, because there's no like ledges and blocks, it's just bumps everywhere.
Like I said, this is my favorite skate spot. It's just perfect for carving lines. But you can also get technical over the hips, as the Groms demonstrated. On a dry day, it's the perfect place to cruise around. But now,
It's time to go see Tony, Danny, Bucky, Rune, and Allie. Tony Hawk World Skate Masters. Let's go, boys.
the World Skate Masters was the largest indoor skate event this year, boasting some of the biggest names in the history of the sport. Minutes before the massive showdown commenced, we went backstage and blagged 900 seconds of Tony Hawk's time to ask him if he had any tour advice for the Groms.
The best advice I can give is just keep enjoying the skating, you know, regardless of what you guys are doing or if it seems like it's a drag. If you show up somewhere and the ramps suck, just keep at it, because, you know, you kind of have to rise above the occasion. That's one of the hardest things, is that that's when it becomes sort of a line between, is it a job or is it fun? If you go to some place where the ramps aren't very good or the park's not very good and people expect you to ride anyway, you gotta kind of do it. Otherwise they think you're just too cool. Survival tips, my best advice is don't fall asleep in the van when everyone else is awake. Oh, well, good luck, guys, you know, hope you have fun. Just remember, just enjoy the skating.
Sound advice from a man in the know. Now prepare yourself to witness some of the most insane vert action from a handful of the world's sickest skating rock stars. I'm talking Tony Hawk, Danny Way, Bucky Lasik, Renton Miller, and the UK's own Ali Cairns. Skating's popularity has had its up and downs, but has never stopped progressing. And thanks to the dedication of some of the top pros, skateboarding's profile is at an all-time high. So if you're one of the little Groms popping always down your local car park, then just think, you could be on your way to a lucrative career as a skateboarding professional, earning as much as a doctor or a lawyer. Someone like Tony Hawk earns, well, let's just say he earns a fair bit. On this particular occasion, he donated his $30,000 appearance fee to charity. These guys are the David Beckhams of the free sports world. To get this good takes years of commitment and dedication, and a whole lot of pain. This is the level that the Groms are striving for. In time, there's no reason why they can't be this good. Having enjoyed an epic display of vert trickery from their idols, it was time to return to our cockroach-infested abode for some much-needed shut-eye, as our day 3 schedule was going to be a tough one.
I wonder if I should get him up. Should we go get him up?
Yeah.
Okay, we got 15 minutes to eat this, so let's go wake up the boys. The problem is, if we miss breakfast, that's like 60 more quid out of our eating budget. And I can't afford that. Harry?
West side.
What are you doing? Come on, wake up, boys! It's time to smell the coffee and make the donuts. What's going on? What are you guys doing in bed right now? Huh? Get up! This is bull! Come on, let's go! Come on, guys! You're the one that keeps saying, I don't want to get up early. I want to go skateboarding. I want to get up super
I'm ready!
Come on, boy, let's go. I'm a tiger. You guys got 5 minutes to eat, so let's go.
Really?
Yeah, and I ain't buying you breakfast no more, so don't think I am. The first night, I got woken at 3 in the morning with these guys holding cockroaches in coffee mugs, saying, Christian, there's cockroaches everywhere in the room, and I'm like, oh, man. So then they,
Yeah.
So these guys came and they didn't want to sleep in the room, so they tried to sleep in here. Well, the night guy kept shooing them out, and next thing you know, they're sleeping out in the front door, and he was like, oh, okay, now I have a room for you guys, after they've been sleeping around the hotel in various places. And then they put them in a single room. Next morning, they moved him, but Ross left his wallet in the thing with his grandfather's memorial card, and now that the wallet's gone. And we've had no help from the hotel. It's been a nightmare from day one. The sinks don't work, the lamps are like broken, electricity's. I lost a finger trying to plug in something earlier, an appliance. It's been nuts.
So Harry, how's everything going? You having a good time on the Groms Tour?
Yeah, it's good. Tired though, man.
Were you skating pretty hard yesterday at Stockwell?
Yeah, I love that place.
That's right, but yesterday, the day before, he was crying when I told him we were going to Stockwell. I don't want to go to Stockwell. I want pizza. Ross said it's crap. And next thing you know, he's like, Christian, I really like Stockwell. But you know what? That's the beauty of being a human. You can be opinionated, and it's all good. We're going to take our return here.
We checked out of the hotel and hit the road. Our first port of call was Central London to pick up top skateboard photographer Richie Hobson, who will be documenting our tour.
Kids, some of the buildings here are over 50 years old. 50 years old, some of the buildings around here. It's a major feat of architectural ingenuity. And for every kilometer of Piccadilly being built, one person died. Okay, I want everybody to give a big old hearty ho welcome to Mr. Richie Hobson. Everybody on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay, Richie!
Getting your photo in one of the skateboarding magazines is every kid's dream, and it's also a very important part of sponsorship. The more coverage you get, the more recognized you become, and in return, your sponsorship packages get bigger and better. At this level of sponsorship, these Groms receive equipment as and when they need it. No appearance fees or shoe endorsements yet, but still not bad for a 14-year-old. Already with a trick up his sleeve, Richie took us to one of his hidden spots in London, a place called, sorry, I can't tell you.
Yesterday was rock star stuff. Today, it's back to reality. Let's go see what the kids are doing. They got a little secret spot, little bank.
Christian, man, wait until you see this spot.
Yeah? Oh, man. Check this out.
The Groms took the steep bank apart. They were adapting well to new environments. Dan Cates would have been proud. Ross started to nail these kickflips into the bank, and Harry, setting a trend, copied another one of Ross's moves. To many skaters, this is considered bad skate etiquette, and Harry was beginning to make a habit of it. Just round the corner from the bank, Trevor found a set of 6 stairs worth sessioning. Harry was trying to land his nollie hard flip, and it wasn't long before I received my first injury, a skateboard straight to the knee.
My knee.
Dag nabbit, man, that hurt. We were then moved on by the local residents.
Let's go, guys. We gotta go. We've outstayed our welcome.
This really bummed out Harry, who was trying so hard to land his trick. Next time, Harry.
How you feeling, Harry?
Pretty annoyed, yeah, but I'm stoked I've flipped him once I flipped him and that, so it's alright, really. It's quite even out it.
To add insult to injury, I got stung for a 60 quid parking fine. Great. It was definitely time to leave London, head up north to Radlands, Northampton. On the way, we made a slight detour to a place near Milton Keynes called The Ditch. But if only we could find it. Every road in Milton Keynes looks the same.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are in Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes is over 15 years old, and I'm not even kidding. We're looking for a ditch in the middle of a field next to a lake. It's kind of like a dam or an estuary of some kind of water of some kind of magnitude that you can skateboard upon. Should be good. So enjoy the ride, buckle up, and have fun. Okay, everybody, I want you all to enjoy yourself. Please tip your bartenders and have some fun. Don't lose your skateboard in the water.
I kept warning the Groms to steer clear of the water, as I was here earlier this year with a bunch of pro skaters, and it had to be none other than Dan Cates himself that managed to lose his board in the reservoir. I didn't want the same thing happening to my Groms. They only had, one change of clothes. With more and more skate parks springing up around the UK, a lot of the newer skaters are growing up skating these plush, purpose-built environments, and don't always feel the need to explore and check out their surroundings. But I feel the Groms were discovering just what they were missing. Finding and riding new terrain is something that can never be recreated artificially. These dudes were really starting to get a feel for it, and they were getting busy in the ditch.
That's my boy right there, boy can fly. Oh Lord have mercy, can he fly?
You lot can't, let's all have a go together.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful work.
Photographer Richie was stoked, and he got some great shots. But we were running late and had to make the trek to Northampton's Radlands, one of Britain's oldest indoor skate parks.
We're now entering Northampton. We're on our way to Radlands Skate Park. Northampton was a big shoe industry here. Huge. Then it just died to death and been pretty mellow since. But it's when the sun's shining, it all looks good.
Oh my God! Who was that?
Believe that.
Oh, it's Ross! Oh, man.
Okay, welcome to Radlands, and we'd like to say thanks for having us.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Forsaking farting frenzies and their complaining, these Groms do know how to decimate a skate park. The dudes were on fire, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake.
Common complaints. We're gonna go to Stockwell. I heard Stockwell sucks. How long will we get there? They all complain about everything, and then they get there like, this is the best place ever. I want pizza. I don't want to skate there. I want to skate.
Snowy, fresh out of Dublin for the first time, was introduced to his very first vert ramp and decided that he wanted to try and drop in.
First time I ever stood on that one.
Dropping in on vert for the first time is a real milestone for most skaters. And you can expect a few slams, but Snowy nailed it first go. Home Slice has got the skills. A little more experienced on vert, Ross was determined to land his first ever frontside air. He tried again and again. Ross is tenacious, and wasn't going anywhere until he stomped
See
it.
Ross in the dictionary says front side air, doable. Word. Now do it. Come on, Ross, do it. Do it. Come on, do it. Oh, he's gonna have it, man. He's gotta have it.
Up it! Up it! On! Down to dreads below.
I was so happy for Ross because I knew just how stoked he was. And to think, he's got so many more of these moments to come. A tear trickles down the side of my cheek. What an excellent finale to a jam-packed day of travel and skate. 3 days into the tour and the Groms were ripping. I couldn't wait to get these guys up to Liverpool to skate Rampworks, the UK's biggest skate park. But while Ross had been skating the vert, Trevor had been familiarizing himself with the local ladies who were after his phone number.
Right, that's my boy right there, doggy. Yeah, okay, this is kind of weird, isn't it?
See you later, host.
Yeah, that was they was just the local pikey girls who loved Trevor.
Wait, chop Sprite.
I think Trevor quite likes them.
Bye.
If Ross wasn't so shy, he would have been in there before me because she was asking for you.
What do you mean Ross wasn't so shy? Ross was doing a frontside air on the vert ramp.
It feels that.
Hi Mum, if you're watching. Hi.
Join us after the break to witness the Groms destroying Rampworks in Liverpool. We skate a plethora of amazing spots in Ireland, get moved on by security, and we find another secret spot way up in the Welsh mountains. Oh yeah, and Harry Bray gets arrested.
I'm innocent.